Okay, let's talk about money. But we're not going to talk about becoming a millionaire or retiring at 30. No. We're going to focus on just one single financial milestone, a very specific number that can totally change your day-to-day life.
You know that feeling, right? It's 3 a.m., you're just lying there staring at the ceiling, and your brain is just racing. It's running through every possible what if. What if the car breaks down? What if I lose my job? What if the dog gets sick? It's this gut-wrenching anxiety that so many of us feel. But what if you could just turn that voice off?
Well, the solution, the real game changer, it's not some crazy, impossible number, it's this: $10,000. Yeah, that's the amount that can pretty much wipe out all of those 3 a.m. panic sessions and completely change how you move through the world.
And I want to be super clear here. This isn't about buying a fancy car or suddenly living this lavish lifestyle. Nope. The real change is, well, it's quieter than that. But honestly, it's way more powerful. It's a total shift in your psychology.
Okay, so before we dive into the magic of that number, let's just paint a quick picture of what life is like without it. This is what it feels like to live on the edge, to always be playing defense with your money.
It's all the little things, isn't it? Like, you're standing in the grocery aisle, mentally calculating the price difference between the name brand cereal and the generic one. Or you have to make up some excuse to avoid a $25 dinner with friends because you know that one meal could wreck your whole budget for the week. Every single choice is this stressful calculation, and any unexpected expense, it feels like a total catastrophe waiting to happen.
All right, but this is where things start to get really interesting. When you hit that $10,000 mark, it's like a tipping point, a psychological one. It's the moment where everything, and I mean everything, starts to shift. And it has nothing to do with what you can buy, but everything to do with how you can think.
You know, there's a name for this. Financial experts call it the emergency fund effect. But here's the secret. It's not really about the emergencies themselves. The biggest benefit you get isn't from actually spending the money. It comes from the incredible peace of mind you get just knowing it's there.
Just look at this comparison. It shows you exactly how your relationship with risk completely flips. Without savings, every decision feels like you're walking a tightrope with no net. Thinking about a new job, a move, it's terrifying. But with that $10,000 cushion, suddenly there's a safety net below you. Those same decisions are still big, but they're manageable. You're not being reckless, but you've finally given yourself permission to think beyond just day-to-day survival.
And get this, it's not just a feeling. It's an actual physical change in your body. Having that financial security can literally rewire your brain, changing how you respond to everything life throws at you.
No, seriously, neuroscientists have actually studied this. They found that seeing that 5-figure balance in your bank account can lower your cortisol levels. You know, cortisol, that's your body's main stress hormone. So you don't just feel less stressed, you biologically are less stressed. How wild is that?
Okay, let's play this out. Imagine your check engine light comes on. If you've got no savings, that little light might as well be a giant blinking sign that says financial disaster ahead. The panic just hits you instantly.
But now, imagine the same check engine light, only this time you've got 10 grand in the bank. What is it now? It's just an annoyance, a minor inconvenience. Yeah, you're not happy about it, but you're not panicking. And let me tell you, that shift from pure panic to just being annoyed, that is a massive, life-changing difference.
And the ripple effects from that one change are huge. When you get rid of that constant, low-level financial stress, you just sleep better. You find you have more patience with people. You're more productive at work. All that mental energy that was being wasted on 50 tiny survival calculations a day, it's freed up. You can finally start thinking ahead.
So here's the real key. That safety net lets you switch from playing defense to playing offense. You stop spending all your energy just trying to block disasters, and you can actually start looking for opportunities to score.
And you know, if you just look at the math, $10,000 is a really powerful number. It covers the vast majority of things that completely derail people's finances. We're talking most car repairs, unexpected medical bills, and the big one, it can give you 3 to 6 months of breathing room if you lose your job. It basically makes you immune to most of life's common financial curveballs.
But here's a funny thing. Most people who build up this fund, they almost never spend it on an actual emergency. Instead, they find themselves using it for opportunities. You know, things that can make their financial life even better down the road. This just opens up a whole new world. All of a sudden, that $2,000 certification that could get you a raise, it's not a scary expense anymore, it's a no-brainer investment. You can walk into a job interview with real confidence because you don't desperately need that job. That gives you the power to negotiate for what you're actually worth. The bottom line is you have options.
Okay, and this brings us to what I think is the most important change of all. Because the real goal here, it's not just about hitting a number in an app. The real prize is the person you become along the way. It's an identity shift.
I love this quote because it just nails it. The journey is about becoming a different kind of person. You become someone who saves money. And once you see yourself that way, every single financial choice you make starts to look different. You start thinking long-term, not just about what you want right now.
And here's the best part, it gets easier. I'm not gonna lie, saving that first $1,000 is brutal. It takes so much willpower. But the second 1,000, it's a little easier. The habits are starting to kick in. By the time you get past 5 grand, the whole process starts to feel, well, almost automatic.
I mean, think about this for a second. We all know that person, right? The one who makes a 6-figure salary but is somehow always broke. And then maybe you know someone who earns way less but has actually managed to save up a good chunk of money. The difference isn't their income. It's that the saver has learned the single most valuable skill for building wealth, not just how to make money, but how to keep it. Ultimately, when you reach this goal, it does something incredibly powerful for your own self-belief. It proves to you that you can do it, and that creates this awesome momentum. Once you save your first 10,000, you can't help but start thinking, okay, what about the next 10,000? You're officially on the path.
And that right there is the ultimate takeaway. This whole transformation, it's not really about the money in the bank. It's about the habits, the discipline, the new confidence, and the mindset you build. The person you become while saving that money, that's the real prize.
So you see, it's so much more than a number on a screen. It's a psychological shift that creates this incredible domino effect through your whole life. So the real question isn't just about the money. It's about that new identity. What's the very first, tiny step you're going to take to start becoming that person?